Hi, I'm Lazze and I'm teaching people in metal shaping, and I've done that for many years, since 1996. So on this video here I'm going to show you a little trick that I find out that could be useful for you to use at home there. If you have watched my video on my YouTube channel before, you have seen the layout for the template for the firewall, and I can show you again what I did to come up with that design. And I actually took this from a stock firewall. So you can do all those templates in paper, poster board, and so that you can hold it with magnets also. So then that's how I find out where the bead was. You don't need to cut this, you can cut that later if you want. So that's the way I do the template. But then we had this type of bead that goes here, and as you can see, this is not so deep at all, and in this case I just wanted to be a little extra strength, and if I'm using a male and female die, example for the same dies that we're using for the belt line on the 33-34, on the door and the cowl and the rear quarter panel, if we're using that here, it's going to take so much material to create this bead, and it will be a lots of distortion here, and I didn't like that. So one day I just figured out how to make it really shallow and still round and nice, and I can do that without very little distortion. So I'm going to show you that over in the bead roller now, how to create that. So here I am over at the bead roller now. And I put the female die on the top here, and then I have a narrow skateboard wheel. It's actually not a skateboard wheel, it's a polyurethane wheel. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to press the skateboard wheel into that groove here on the female die, and I'm going to run the panel through there, and the lower wheel going to push everything and fill that space. But it's not going to be so deep and crisp because it takes pressure to create that bead. And I always stay on the side that goes into the machine. So I crank this down pretty hard actually. And here in the corner there I need to be pretty quick. But I can go small steps with the pedal. This is just a sample, but here you can see that it's really round but not so deep, and we have very little distortion. You can see that we have a little curve like that, but I can push that to the table or push it down to my knee, and I can actually change that so it's more flat. So that's another thing that you can do with a bead roller and a skateboard wheel type lower die or top die, doesn't matter how you set it, but I prefer to see the bead, so the bead comes up here, and I prefer to do that because I had the line on that side too. So that was the trick for the bead roller again, and I hope that will be helpful for you. And you can follow us on our YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/Lazze Metal Shaping. See you there.